Hi, everyone. Here we are and getting off on our first assignment in U.S. history for the year. And it's going to be a pretty easy one. We're going to be giving you the opportunity to create a slideshow, just telling us a little bit about yourself. Both Miss Butler and I are anxious to get to know you. Obviously, I know some of you quite well from last year, but at least half of you I don't. And Miss Butler's trying to get to know everybody this year. So we came up with a little assignment that's going to hopefully make that kind of fun and give you a chance to be creative and let us know a whole bunch of information about yourselves. So it's called an introduction to ... And you all are those dots. You're going to have your own slideshow that you open up, and you are going to follow these directions and then make it your own. So you have this slideshow in Schoology, and so the directions are all through here. We're going to walk through that a little bit with this video, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what those expectations are, and you will have time today and tomorrow to work on your slideshow for us and introduce yourselves to us. So here you go, and I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but it's basically just a justification for why we are doing this assignment. We want to get to meet you, so you can certainly read through that. The next slide talks about the first four required slides. So you need a title slide, and in that title slide, you need your full name and a recent picture of yourself. So we want to, get a good look at you. And for me, I would love to make sure that they are current pictures in case any of you have done some, crazy stuff with your hair or whatever happened in the summertime. So let me see something recent. And then there's an about my family, and then two that are a little bit more academic. So your visions and thoughts about this year in 8th grade, and then on the specific of social studies as well. So read through those details. I'm not going to do that for you right now, but I want you to actually read through and really understand what you're being expected to include in each of those slides. Ms. Butler and I are looking for a lot of thought and depth of information there that really shows that you were putting some actual effort and thought into what you're saying. The last four required slides, okay, so there's 8 total. Reflections on last spring's quarantine. So that was a big one, right? Some of you busted your butts all fourth quarter long and did a great job. And others of you did significantly less. And that doesn't matter now. Feel free to be honest. Ms. Butler and I are not going to judge or worry about anything that happened last year, but we want you thinking about what happened in the spring, and then what you can learn from that, how you're going to make changes, because this, I'm sure everybody's telling you the same thing, that this is definitely not the same type of situation that we were in the fourth quarter of last year. We're starting from a very different place, and the expectations are totally different. So what did you learn from last quarter that you're going to be able to take forward and help you as you get going here in 8th grade? And then what do you want from a teacher? So just, be honest there and describe what kinds of things you like, don't like, what do you want, what did you don't want, stuff like that. And, go through those details. Then a little bit about the future. What do you want to do after high school? And the last one is just the most important thing. So this is, one of those places where no one's going to see this but us, right? This is just for me and Ms. Butler. We're not, we might give the opportunity if people are wanting to share inside a class, we might be able to open it up and let people share screens. But for the most part, these are just going to be turned in. This is, an opportunity for you to share things that maybe we need to know, things that you would like us to know. And if not, if you don't have anything of importance, just some, what are the key things in your life that you would like to share? The next section is additional, and you have to do at least 4. You can do as many of these as you like, and you can do extra ones. The last one you can see says any other topic that you want. I don't care, be creative. So, just that. So if you want to come up with something other than that's up here, go for it. But these are the things, just some ideas that you could get going on, stuff that drives you crazy, whatever. Maybe that's Mr. Bezdek. We'll see. You can put that in there. But go through these, think of anything that you like, and explain, the details there so that we can learn a little bit more about you. You have to do at least 4. You can do as many as you like. And then lastly, we would love to see pictures, right? So actual photographs. If you don't want to include your own photographs, you may use lots of images that you can get online. You can pull stuff up. So if you're doing your favorite TV show or something, and I love The Office, I might want to throw a picture of Dwight up there, or maybe just the logo of The Office or something that would show that was part of it. But then you're not going to just show a picture. You're going to include text and explain what you like and things like that. All right. So the bottom of this slideshow, you can see as we go, I made this from a template, right? So I picked this because it can help you get started. Now, if you don't like starting from this template, it's possible to just come over here and delete all of these slides. So I definitely don't want this slide in, right? So I can come over into slide 8, right click, hit delete, that goes away. Now slide 8 becomes the Long Beach slide. And I can then personalize this. What I like about these slides is that if I want to change one of the pictures, but I like the way the size and whatnot is, I can click on that. You see it selects it, turns it blue. I can click replace image. I can go up here and I can go into either search the web and get some kind of an image offline, or upload from my computer. If I have something ahead of time, or if I have it in my Google Drive, these are all places, and I want you thinking about this ahead of time. What I did, and I'll just show you, is I made a folder ahead of time, and I said this Bez Instagram, right? So these are just pictures of my family and whatnot. So here's my son, and he has a fish. And if I click on that, boom, there it is, right? So here he caught a giant actually a striped bass. That's what that was. That was a striped bass when we were on vacation one time. So right inside that same box, same dimensions of that image now becomes my son. But I don't really want that picture in there. So I will make that disappear. But in here, I'm going to select this text, and I'm going to change it to, we'll just say introducing Mr. B. And maybe I don't want it there, so I'm going to slide it up, and I can change all kinds of stuff. I can click here. I can change that color. You can do all kinds of things. So I'm going to work on this for a second, and I will be right back. All right, so I made a couple of updates, and I put a picture of myself here with my family. For you, I would rather have a better picture of just you. You don't need to include all kinds of other people. I want you to be like the main focus of your title page, but you guys don't want to see my face that big anyway. So I included the rest of the family there, and then the first slide, just like you, a required about my family slide. I put in a couple pictures here of my wife. She's a teacher down in Stowe, and here's us on vacation, a couple different vacation pictures over the years. Sadly, this year, no vacation. Stinking COVID made me cancel my big trip. So I was probably like a lot of you and did not get to do a whole lot. I hope you guys had a much more exciting summer than me, by the way. Mine was not all that exciting. I hope you guys had a great one. So this slide, right? So a different change in my life. I became a high school coach over the summer. I'm going to be coaching down in Hudson, where we live. Coaching the high school girls. This is a picture of my daughter playing soccer. And so I was going to add, I can go into insert image there. And so I could add a picture of my son. Wow, he would be really angry if he saw his face in that picture. He'd be mad at me. But let's say I wanted to put something else in here. So one thing that we can do is add more than just the images that you've already stored. But what I did was I went into GIFs, and I wanted to get something with a little action. So I downloaded and saved this picture here, which just says soccer, but it's a GIF. So when I open that up and replace it, because I'm coaching girls soccer, I like this one, and that goalie just takes a knee right. Oh, it's brutal. But I can add this in as well. And if you want to add some, gifts and things that will really kind of change yours around and make it more interesting and fun to watch and tell us a little bit more about yourself, that's certainly an opportunity to do so. So I think the best way to do that a lot of times, sometimes the GIFs don't just copy as well. And so I saved it so that the image itself would be a GIF and on my computer. And that way I know when I insert it into the PowerPoint, it would pull up. So you've got a lot of work to do, right? And so here's the rest of the template. And again, if you don't like some of these, you can just click. I hit the delete key on my keyboard, or I can right click and delete if you don't like those. If you are on this slide and you want to add another one, just come here and you can click add a new slide and it'll pop it down. But what it's going to do is include the format of the slide that you were adding a new one. So if I don't like that format, but I want to do this format where I got a couple pictures, I want to add some more pictures. If I do that one, oh no, in this case, it just added a blank one. So I could copy that side and I could make it the same formatting. If you just click new, in this case, it just inserted a blank one. So this would give me a complete blank canvas, and I can add in and do the inserting of pictures and text boxes and all that kind of stuff. I hope that, you guys, I know we did a lot of this last year with me and with Miss King, so you guys are familiar. I know for sure that this should not be too challenging for you. We want it to be fun. We want to learn more about you. We're excited to do that. We're excited to be back. I know Ms. Butler and I agree when we say that it's going to be tough, not having you here. The reason we both love teaching is because we love working with kids, and having to do that through the screen and these webcams and all that stuff is certainly not the ideal. So understand that we want to get you back here and have you in front of us and work together, and we're just going to make the best of it until that point. So we're going to try and make everything as fun and simplistic and easy for you to understand, and hopefully we will learn a lot and have a great year. So this is our first project. It's worth a bunch of points. It's certainly worth your time to put a lot of thought into, and I know you guys, you like talking about yourselves, so here you get a chance to. All right, have fun, be creative, do a good job.